Hello everyone, I'm Jasmine Tamayo, and today I will be presenting on bisphenol A, also known as BPA, and its association in endometriosis in women. First, we're going to start off with what is BPA. BPA is known as bisphenol A, which is a chemical used in industrial manufacturers since the 1950s that may affect the health of many. It does this by disrupting the hormone system due to its hormone-like properties. It is typically found in plastic, the lining of metals, cans, dental sealants, including customer products. Some of those products do include feminine hygiene products, any household electrical product like a fan, a microwave, a fridge, a printer, a TV, etc., in toiletries, even in items that are packaged in containers, specifically plastic, in sports equipment and thermal printed receipts. There's actually a study done in Italy named Preveni on how thermal paper receipts actually impacted a large population of the urban community. What is endometriosis? Endometriosis is a condition where the tissue lining grows outside of the uterus. This could be harmful and detrimental to infertility, as blockage of the reproductive system could prevent fertilization of the egg. There is 4 stages of endometriosis, each stage getting worse as it levels up. There is stage 1, where there's minimal scarring tissue around the uterus. Stage 2, where it gets deeper and more scar tissue starts to form. Stage 3, there is many deep excess tissue with at least a cyst in one ovary. Then there is obviously stage 4, which is the most severe, the one that no one wants to develop. There is many cysts that range from medium to large around the uterus. Endometriosis affects the ovaries, the fallopian tubes, which cause severe pelvic pain as well as irregular menstrual cycles, which leads to pregnancy complications, including infertility. The route of exposure. We intake environmental destructive chemicals like BPA digestively, via inhalation, via dermal absorption. BPA can be transferred from food. It could also be emitted through manufacturing plants, as BPA attaches to its particles in the air. A way it could be in our lotion, where we apply it to our skin, and that's how dermal absorption happens as well. BPA effect on women. There is no cure on endometriosis, and nearly 1 in 10 women are currently affected. Some things that affect women as BPA affects women would be irregular periods, fatigue, infertility, severe pelvic pain. We got to remember that BPA messes with the hormone system. It acts like estrogen in women, which causes excessive tissue growth, affecting reproductive organs and obstructing them, making reproduction extremely hard. BPA as an environmental toxin that exposes women to hormone imbalances leading to endometriosis. BPA correlates to the decrease in follicle count and rearrangement. Women have follicles which are extremely important to the maturation of the egg. If the follicles are weak, then the egg is not going to mature strong enough to be able to get fertilized. The development of dysfunction of hypothalamic pituitary ovarian axis when exposed to BPA, as done in a study by Polyak. Some further studies were performed on rats, which showed that the consumption of 10 milligrams per kilogram of BPA per day affects the survival rate of neonatal rats. This was done in a study, and it is very important to acknowledge that the rats were being studied because if you study on humans, obviously the effects are extremely severe. Rats have a physiological function like humans, and the reproduction system extremely similar, with 85% of it being extremely similar. Therefore, it's the closest study we could get. There was another 6-week study approved by the University of Cincinnati, which showed that BPA causes ovarian disruption, hormone disruption, as well as the endometriosis development. For the public health, ways to avoid BPA consumption is by choosing BPA products that are free, avoiding heating food in plastic containers, avoiding plastic water bottles, and avoiding handling thermal receipts papers, as these are all have high concentrations of BPA. And here are my references.